A world where every child is safe and free from harm and pain, where they are loved, cared for, and honed to be the best they can be, where they would smile at the bright future ahead of them. This is the world that 19-year-old Alexis Louise Kiza dreamed and lived for. She dedicated her life to achieving this dream. At age 7, she had begun doing charity work. She was heavily involved in community service and charitable events for children. She partnered in feeding programs, donated blood, performed a 24-hour famine to advocate for the starving children in Africa, and walked 3 miles for a cause. She also helped raise funds for the pediatric trauma program established by the Kiwanis. Lexi dreamed of the day when no child had to experience poverty, abuse, and abandonment.
This is a happy end, 'cause you don't understand everything you have done. Why's everything so wrong? This is a happy end. Come and give me your hand. I'll take you far away.
Lexi's dream is her legacy. Her legacy is our inspiration. In 2015, the Alexis Louise Kiza Foundation, or ALQF, was founded to continue what Lexi has started. In her honor, we have formed the mission and vision of ALQ Foundation. Our mission: to provide a nurturing environment of friendship, peace, love, and charity to children at risk and in need. Our vision: to become a beacon of hope to children who are abandoned, lost, and abused. With this credo in mind, we launched the Foundation's first fundraising event through a fashion show called Colors of Hope in Van Nuys, California. The resources gathered from the event allowed us to jumpstart our first outreach program, and what better place to start but in our homeland with our kababayans in the Philippines. We donated basic necessities such as shoes, clothing, bags, and water to LC Gaches Village, a shelter for abandoned kids in Manila. We also partnered with Child Hope Asia and fed over 100 street children at the Archdiocesan Shrine of Nuestra Señora de Guía. We donated heavy-duty electric fans to their activity hall to help provide proper and sufficient ventilation during the hot summer days. Christmas came early that year for the street children in San Andres, Manila, as ALQF held its Feeding Our Future program on December 23rd to serve meals to 120 street children in the area. It was a day of fun and games as the children would flock around Philippines' most famous mascot. Through the help of our donors and volunteers, the Feeding Our Future program has aided over 1,000 street children from Manila to Mindanao in the last 4 years. It was a promising year for ALQ Foundation. To celebrate our milestones, we organized an extraordinary and intimate black tie event and fundraiser featuring acclaimed virtuoso pianist Rudolph Goles at the gorgeous Beverly Hills French Chateau. In 2019, ALQF supported Black Eyed Peas and Grammy Award winner Apple Diap's Foundation by donating to purchase a retina vision machine that is used to prevent premature blindness in babies. We also have a disaster relief program in case of typhoons and calamities, which is very common in the Philippines. One of these was Typhoon Sindong in 2012, where we helped provide food for 150 children and families. When the war in Marawi, Philippines broke out in 2017, the whole community were forced to evacuate without food and personal belongings. Many fled on foot and walked miles in search of a safer land. This was an urgent call for the Foundation. In response, we held our first Love for Marawi Zumba fundraiser and was able to send funds to buy blankets, clothing, hygiene kits, diapers, and medicines for the victims. Through the De La Salle Academy, Iligan's Operation Sagip Marawi, we have turned over financial aid for the children and family evacuees living in the shelter home. But aside from providing basic necessities, one of the goals of ALQ Foundation is to develop and empower the children through arts and sports, as well as provide them with educational tools and resources. We have been able to do this through our annual Children's Christmas Charity Football event and back-to-school programs. During the annual Children's Christmas Charity Football, competing teams from different charitable institutions and organizations gather together to play. Through this event, we have been raising awareness for abandoned children and children with special needs. For years, we have created a family-oriented avenue for the children to express themselves, make friends, discover their strengths, and excel in football. Through our back-to-school program, we have sponsored school supplies to 206 school children in Bayabas, Mindanao, and Cagayan de Oro in the Philippines. We also held an arts and crafts event in Manila for children with special needs. In the U.S., ALQ Foundation worked with the Office of Senator Anthony Portantino and pledged to deliver books to libraries of District 25 that stretches from Tujunga to upland of Southern California. In line with our personal goal of bringing families together and spreading love on Christmas time, we have collaborated with the Children's Trust Fund of the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services, or DCFS, ABC 7, and the Sparks of Love of the Southern California Firefighters. Since then, we have been throwing a holiday party for the children at the Six Flags Magic Mountain theme park in Valencia, California. Since 2015, the Alexis Louise Kiza Foundation has become an instrument of love, hope, and healing, not only to the children, but also to families in need. And this is just the beginning. In the following years, ALQ Foundation hopes to launch medical and dental missions in the Philippines. A livelihood program is also in the works for 2020, where families would have shelter and access to crop and vegetation as means of income, a place for them to thrive and build a better future for their children. We are also hoping that our Back to School and Feeding Our Future program would expand and be able to provide full scholarship or shoulder a child's medical treatment until completion. Our goal is to provide sustainable growth to children and families by equipping them to lead healthier and better lives. All of these started with a dream, but with your countless support and encouragement, our dream to become a beacon of hope for children who are abandoned, lost, and abused is now within our reach. Alexis Kiza once wrote, "I am part of something that could change the world, one service, 1 mile, or 1 penny at a time." In her little ways, she made a big difference to the world. She believed because she had hope. For us, who have known and experienced tremendous loss, it is hope that got us through. And hope is what we shall give. With your support, we can heal this planet, one child at a time. Join us in raising up better children for a better world.